Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Borracho Talk, episode number 5. Lou and Steve here with our special guest, Mr. Carlos Lopez. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on, Carlos?
How you doing? My name's Carlos Lopez. You might know me as Carlos Lopez.
There you go.
Heck yeah, man. So, dude, we're excited to have you on. We've seen a lot of cool things that you've done, on social media.
You watch gay porn?
I didn't want to bring that up first, but I mean, yeah. But
I charge by the pound.
Heck yeah. But dude,
Black Lavender?
Black Lavender? What is that?
Is it Robin B? That was Big Black stripper name. Yeah, his stripper name was Black Lavender, charged by the pound.
I think more like Bubba Scrumptious or something,
Oh, shit. I didn't even know that was a thing. But no, dude, huge fans, bro. We've seen a lot of your content, bro. And so we're excited to have you on, man. So, a little background. Where are you from? How did you start comedy and all that?
So, I'm from South Texas. Grew up all over South Texas. I tell people Kingsville because that's the bigger of the two I mainly grew up in. So, I'll stick with that. And then, how I got into comedy. I was in Austin. So I was in the crowd at Kill Tony, signed up for the fuck of it, and then got pulled from the crowd.
And that was your first time, right?
First time ever being on stage in my life.
Draw.
Yeah.
Dude.
And first time being on stage in my life. I had no joke. Well, I wrote jokes prior, but the adrenaline, walking through the crowd, going up the steps backstage.
And then they almost passed over you, too, because they're trying to find you.
Yeah.
They're like, where's Carlos? Where's Carlos?
Yeah.
Walked up.
So when you sign up, what's the process like?
You just sign up. Like there's a big crowd of people.
They just draw them?
Yeah, well, so for me, I was inside, so I signed up on the inside.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, I signed up and said, hey, I'm going to be on the inside. And then, so I get pulled, walk around to the back of the stage, up the steps, behind the curtain, and I almost was like, no, there's no way, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And then I was already there, and they opened the curtain for me. I had no choice, because what am I going to do, turn around then? I look like, never mind. So I walk on stage, and I ran out of jokes, or I had no jokes. I'm like, So if you watch the video for my first time, I just look at the crowd. I'm like, well, because I had nothing. I was like, well, shit.
Yeah.
And they laughed like for no. I don't know. I guess my persona or whatever. They just laughed at it.
Yeah.
The energy.
Well, yeah, and then they see the big guy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
you're
often you
dressed
see a guy
in
in
tee,
a cowboy hat,
your
pearl
starch
snap,
jeans, boots, button up.
Way different than anything they've seen on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
So they laughed at that, and dude, that energy from the laughter, it's like
just pumps you up. Got you
I call it better than heroin because I've never done heroin. I have friends that do heroin and comedy. They said heroin's better. I'm waiting till I find out.
Yeah.
But that feeling right there, you're like, oh, like it's a different, especially in that room.
So when you think back on it, estimated more or less, how many people were in the crowd that day?
If I'm answering honestly, I feel like 500.
500?
Knowing what I know now, it's probably about 253.
That's still pretty impressive to have 300 people.
It might be 100 people, maybe. I don't know. It feels like thousands. Like it just that room, the way it's set up.
And where were y'all at?
That was the Comedy Mothership there, Joe Rogan's place.
Oh, heck yeah.
And I got that. You fill that room with laughter, and there's nothing like it. I've been to other comedy clubs that are great. That one in particular is my favorite one. I don't know if it's the prestige or if it's the sound, acoustics, whatever it is. That room in particular is incredible. And so I told my first joke. I got some laughs. I think did I tell just one joke?
You told 2.
I told 2 jokes on there.
So first was like, well, the back of my dick.
Yeah.
Was,
dick jokes. Fucking the worst thing you can tell in comedy. Dick jokes and jacking off jokes. Nobody wants to hear those.
They're so funny.
Unless it's a good one. Yeah. There can be a good dick joke, but most dick jokes are the same thing. It's a dick joke. Terrible. Looking back at it, it's like, ugh.
It's bad, but like they laughed at it because it took people a second to like recognize like, hey, what is he saying?
Yeah.
Because like the back of my dick's scarier than the front.
More dangerous than the front.
The front. So not because it's big or nothing, but means my belly's pressing on you and I weigh a lot or some shit like that. You can't breathe. It gets
hard to breathe. Yeah.
So how did it go?
It went decent. I got some laughs. I got an applause break, and then I hit a tag on the end, never doing comedy, not knowing what a tag is. I hit a tag on it, and it was kind of a shout out to Theo Vaughn. I hit the gang.
Yeah.
No, I heard that.
And that like it erupted the crowd again. And
you were talking about like a certain area or a place.
The smoking pigs in South Texas.
In Chicago.
So in like that joke, I wrote that in Chicago. That was
no shit.
That was a genuine interaction that was based off of. I was up in Chicago there's a horse show there called Lamplight, and I was staying at a hotel that's near a casino, and I had an interaction with some people that are not like me.
Yeah.
And it led to a joke. It led to that joke being written. It came from an honest place, and I'm just happy that every time I meet a fan, it's weird to say that because I'm just a normal dude.
No, exactly.
I work a 9 to 5 like everybody else. Just people walk up to me, hey man, I'm a huge fan. I'm like, what the fuck? And they always reference that joke. That's the one joke I hear the most.
No way.
It was funny, dude. It really was. Like when I was watching it, because you posted it, I was like, oh shit, he got to kill Tony. And dude, yeah, I was laughing. And then you absolutely murdered the interview.
Yeah,
you had Tony fucking googly eyes over you. That's so funny.
That first one you went on, that's the same one that Bert was on?
Yes.
Bert Crusher?
Yeah, Bert and Bobby Lee.
And then Tony even called like, dude, Carlos, you're a fucking machine. And then it was like, the machine is right there next to you. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, so that was cool. And I'm so lucky to have that on film. You know, I've heard some really cool stories about how people's first time going really well.
Yeah.
And in untypical ways. Is that the right word for that?
Yeah.
Like I have a buddy of mine from Dallas, DFW area. He started comedy in like Honduras on a bus.
No shit.
He would he lived in a village. He lived in a village that was like an hour from the city.
Yeah.
And the city is like where you do everything. So everybody takes a bus. Nobody drives because everybody's poor. Nobody has cars. So everybody takes the bus. It's like standard. So he's on this bus and it's an hour bus trip and they make stops like every 10 minutes. And he said one day, he's like, you know what, fuck it. And he stood up and started cracking jokes. And then doing stand-up without realizing what he's doing. Comes back to the States and he's like, well, how do I replicate that here?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no shit. Yeah, that's comedy. That's stand-up comedy. And that's how he got into comedy. But it's not on film.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool. My experience was on camera. I can show my kids one day. If I crash and burn, never do stand-up again in my life, hopefully this never happens, right? But I can show my kids, like, hey, this was my first time ever doing stand-up. Yeah. Or I did stand-up once upon a time, right?
So when you think back, like, on that day, were you more nervous to perform for the crowd or for, you know, Bert and Tony and Bobby Lee and all of them? Because those are big names. So, I mean...
Not that I don't care what they think, but 100% the crowd. The crowd's the one buying the tickets, you know?
Exactly.
It's awesome to be able to perform in front of people and do good in front of people that are in the business that can help change your life. That's awesome, too. But at the end of the day, like, the crowd is gonna be the one buying your tickets.
Yeah.
I feel like those are what matter the most. Because if I'm never accepted in those circles of those big celebrity people, but I sell out every show I do, we're winning. We're doing good.
Exactly.
And I don't know, man. I get asked all the time, like, where do you want your comedy career to go? Like, what do you expect? What's a goal? What's a dream? Like, not have to go to work every day, to be able to just write jokes and tell jokes, and that pays my bills. Whether that means a mansion, getting rich, having a private jet, it's all extra.
Yeah.
Right? If you can do comedy full time for a living, I made it. That's when I can say I made it.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah, man. And so as far as, you know, y'all two, you know, getting linked up, 'cause I heard of you through Lou.
Yeah.
And so then I started diving into your stuff, and then once we started the podcast, one of the first people I told him about was like, dude, like Carlos, bro. I was like, so I've always, like, I want this to be like, yeah, every now and then a serious podcast, but at the same time, I want this to be just a bunch of boys shooting the shit, dude. There's nothing funnier than having guys on, just talking and just, you know, just going out there, just letting it flow, bro. So as far as y'all two, how did y'all meet?
Oh, dude, I was drunk as shit. So JB Mooney was riding. I'm pretty sure it was in
Cornyville.
Yeah, JB Mooney was riding in Helotes.
Oh shit!
And I love JB Mooney. I'm a big fan.
Oh heck yeah!
And I was on a solo side quest in Helotes, Texas.
So you went there solo dolo?
Yeah. No, I was on a mission. No place to stay. Just winging it, the whole thing. And it was like a very tragic era of my life.
Yeah.
A lot of bad shit was just happening. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go fuck today. It was a bad day. Fuck today, I'm gonna go see JB Mooney ride. And that'll be, you know, my weekend. And I ran into these guys and they were cool as shit. I don't remember our full interaction. I might have made a fool of myself. I don't know. No. I had a good time.
And did you know him through comedy, or how'd you know him?
No, he wasn't doing comedy.
No, I wasn't even.
No.
He was just hauling horses.
Yeah. So the impression was he was talking about Buddy's dad. He was like, hey man, you know, talk to him. It was when I was with Rodeo Cold.
Yeah.
and we're doing little videos because they had gotten like Stetson right to say it.
Yeah.
And then we tried to get JB Woody, but JB wouldn't say it. And he was like, "See my hand? It says American." Oh, my bad, G. But we ran into Carlos, and then we'd been drinking that whole night, so we were all pretty drunk. And we took this video of Carlos, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on? This is Carlos Lopez, big ballin', horse hauling, and I like my beers rodeo cold." And dude, I was like laughing my ass off.
Didn't even know we had a video together.
Yeah.
You have me on video?
And dude, I honestly I can't find that video, but yeah, we had that on
That's
video.
fucking funny.
I maybe I looked through like my Google photos,
Dude,
and I'll find it.
I just be on side quests sometimes, man. I just.
And we just kind of kept in touch, and then I think like just like with Instagram, yeah, we just kind of kept like chopping up back and forth, just random stuff.
Yeah.
Carlos was posting everywhere, bringing horses off planes, like Kentucky Derby winners, all this crazy stuff, dude.
That's insane. So how'd you get into the horse hauling business?
So I was in the oil field 2016, lost my job February 2nd or 1st, whatever the Monday was in 2016. And lost my job in the oil field. Went to Del Mar College there in Corpus to see what it would take to get my CDO. And they're like, "Yeah, it's $5,500. You're paying cash or check." I'm like, "No." Like, I just lost my job this morning. I'm not spending $5,500, on a gamble. And I guess I left a good impression because they called me back later that day and was like, "Hey, we got an opportunity for you. I can't tell you about it over the phone. You have to walk in here organically. But if you do, I promise you won't regret it." Sounds good enough for me. I just lit the pit, bought some beer because I lost my job. I'm like, what else am I going to do? Cook some fucking fajitas and drink some beer.
That's the way to do it, bro.
And I was living in Kingsville at the time, so I drive back from Kingsville all the way to Corpus. And I get there, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm back here." And they're like, "Come here." And so here's the deal. The state of Texas partnered with University of Arlington, and they have a program. They're sponsoring 25 people in the state of Texas, giving their CDO. No expenses. Matter of fact, they're going to give you $200 a week for 3 weeks for traveling and expenses or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, "What's the catch?" And they're like, "There's no catch." I'm like, "Do I owe you something? Like, is there?" And they're like, "Nope, no strings attached. They just hope that you go into the construction industry, but if you choose not to, perfectly fine." So I'm like, "Well, why didn't you tell me about this earlier?" I'm like, "Well, because we already picked everybody. Right after you left, somebody called in and said, 'Hey, I'm out. I'm not going to be able to do the class. We have one spot open. We think you deserve it.'"
Oh, shoot.
I didn't ask any questions. Like, "All right, what do you need?"
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
go take a DOT physical. I'm like, "Fuck, I drank a beer earlier." Like, go take a DOT physical, drug test, alcohol test, get your medical card, and show up to class next Monday. This was on a Monday. I'm like, "All right, I got a week off, fuck it." When I got my medical card, the nurse doing my piss test and everything was a girl I went to high school with. So I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" It was just crazy how it worked out. And I started truck driving, man. I had my CDO maybe a day or two, and a buddy, somebody I knew from my childhood, popped up out of nowhere and was like, "Hey, I heard you got a CDO. You want a job?" And I'm like, "Shit, yeah." And they're like, "Hey, hop in the truck with this. Meet this guy at the Love's Truck Stop in Kingsville, Texas. At this time, hop in the truck with him. He's gonna go to New Jersey, and you have a job. If you can make it to New Jersey, you got a job." I'm like, "All right, doing what?" And like, "You'll find out when you get there." I'm like, "Got nothing else going on." And at that time, when you have a CDO and no experience, nobody's gonna hire you. You got to go work for CR England or one of them big companies because they don't pay shit and they'll put anybody behind the wheel.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody driving for a big company. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
And so I get up to New Jersey, and it's a company, I don't even know if they're around anymore. It's called Dr. Produce, and I hauled produce from Mexico to New Jersey every week for 7 months.
Damn.
So I get up there, they give me the keys to this brand new truck. They're like, "Hey, do you know how to drive?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "You got a CDO?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "You want to drive?" I'm like, "Uh-huh." Let's do it. And I fucking faked it till I made it, man.
Oh, yeah.
I get in this truck, it's a 13 speed, and I got my CDO on a 10 speed in class.
Oh, damn.
So I'm like, "What's this fucking button do?" I had no idea how to shift the thing or nothing. I'm on the New Jersey Turnpike, big truck in it. And my test run was a load down to Port of Philadelphia to grab a load of bananas. And they're like, "If you make it back, no wrecks, nothing, you got a job."
Dang.
Cool. This big ass truck, drive it down there, pick up a load of bananas, come back up. And I'm like, "All right, I'm back." And they're like, "All right, cool. Here, go back to fucking Texas. Pick up a load of produce at the border in McAllen." Fuck. That's like 2,300 miles. And man, it sucked, but that's how I learned how to drive. Paper logs. I didn't even know you were supposed to follow the rules. I thought everybody broke the rules. Because I drive straight back. I might take a nap in Tennessee or somewhere and then drive the rest of the way to McAllen. But it was pretty much, for the most part, straight. Just straight shot. And It's supposed to take people 3 days. You know, you can do it like in a day and a half, 2 days. 48 hours was the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm driving for like 7 months, and there's a company out of Pennsylvania. I hear them, they hear me. We kind of mutually reached out to each other for the most part. And they're like, hey, you know, we heard you're a good kid, whatever. You want a job? Shit, yeah. I applied. They got my information, and I'm like, oh, and they called me back, and they said, hey, sorry, we didn't realize how young you were. Like, we don't hire anybody under 35. Well, shit. I mean, all right. Like, so, yeah, we have your resume or whatever, your application, but, yeah, we're not going to be able to hire you. Like, there goes that. I get another phone call like 2 hours later. Hey, how serious are you about working for us? I'm like, I'm serious. Let's do it. And they're like, well, the boss, the owner of the company says, hey, let's go ahead and give him a shot. We want to fly you up to Lexington, Kentucky. All right, book the ticket. And they're like, no, take some time to think about it. I said, if I take time to think about it, I'm going to say no. Mm-hmm. Book me the ticket.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, the next day, I'm flying up to Lexington, Kentucky. It was September 2016. It was during the September sale that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or that ended this weekend, I'm sorry. And I flew up on a Wednesday. I did my road test and interview on Thursday, accepted an offer, flew back on Friday. I still had my other job. So I picked up a load of produce from the valley, from McAllen, drove up to New Jersey, Patterson, New Jersey, backed up to the dock, went inside the office, gave my boss the keys. I'm like, hey, I'm out. What are you talking about? You're out. I'm like, I'm done. I'm quitting. No, man, because I would get there on time. I was very reliable. I don't do drugs.
Exactly.
And that's a big upside for truck driving, companies is, hey, this guy's not a crackhead.
Exactly.
He shows up on time. He don't steal, like, this guy's
naturally.
Awesome. Yeah, he's awesome.
Ain't no teeth gritting.
And they love me, but I was like, I just did this to get some miles under my belt.
Yeah.
And that's how I got into horse hauling. That company hired me, and I was way out of my wheelhouse. I grew up around ranch horses, cow horses my whole life. And I've heard of thoroughbreds, but I've never been around them.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first loads I did was a sale of sale horses, thoroughbred yearlings. And these things are just kind of rank, man. They're just, well, looking back at it, they're young.
Yeah.
A year old, 2 years old. Never been on a truck before, but to go to the sale.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're on a truck driving 12, 13 hours to Florida. And I got to get in there and feed them and water them. And these things they're not mean. They're dangerous, but they're not mean. They're not trying to hurt you. They're just terrified.
Yeah.
They're toddlers.
Exactly.
And so I did that for a bunch of years, and I ended up getting on with a smaller outfit because that was a big company in Pennsylvania. They had like 60, 70 trucks.
Damn.
And an airline. Yeah, they had a company called Horse America.
Mm-hmm.
So you drive them, fly them, whatever they got to do. And right when we met, it was like 2023, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I just started working for this company out of Denver. And he brought a truck down to Texas and was trying to establish it because there's not a big horse hauling market in Texas. It exists, it's there, but it's not very big. So my boss was like, "Hey, I'm gonna set myself up in Texas and do it right." And I happened to be in Texas, had a pretty good record for hauling horses, and never had any accidents, never lost one, nothing bad ever happened. So I had a pretty good name.
Okay.
And in the horse hauling business, your name is your resume.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also like you can charge more with a good name. Yeah, people are willing to like, hey, he's a good dude. Your day rate, because it pays a day rate, right? Mm-hmm. So your day rate goes up. The better, longer you've been doing it, the better reputation you have. Because like if you're a shitbag, somebody will put you behind the wheel, but you're not gonna make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I hate to say that, but there's outfits that are hurting for drivers, and they'll take what they can get. So I had a pretty good name. Everything was going. I was really lucky. My buddy ended up becoming my boss. Hired me, and I got to haul horses in Texas, and it was like a dream come true for me. Like I get to do what I love doing is hauling horses. And I get to do it in Texas.
Yeah.
Barbecue. I have access to barbecue because when you're in Florida, when you're in New York City, or Boston, or there's no barbecue. There's no good. They're like, oh, let's go get some barbecue, and it's like shaved meat, and I'm like, get out of here.
You can go get brisket, but it's boiled.
Dude, they thin slice brisket, and they call that brisket. I'm like, that ain't fucking brisket.
Straight out of the air.
Yeah, that's fucking cold cut. Yeah, that's cold cuts, dude. So I was in heaven, man, hauling horses around Texas and out west, going to Colorado, California, Arizona, and all out, Western horse hauling. That's a good time. And that's long story short.
That's badass. That's badass, dude. So growing up, when did you kind of more or less? Well, not even growing up, because I don't know when you dove into comedy, but when did you start thinking like, hey, like telling jokes is kind of my thing?
since I could walk or talk or whatever, you know, I've always been. I hadn't have like the smoothest childhood. Nobody, I mean, who does, right?
No, exactly.
But my outlet, a lot of kids get into trouble to get attention, right? They steal cars or whatever, which I've done too. But if I could crack a joke, that was like my form of, hey, I'm getting some attention. And I was always trying to be I was a class clown, always that type of guy. I always try to make people laugh. And so that bug has always kind of been there, but it never woke up until Kill Tony happened. And that's when, because there's other comedians, you know, like Steve Trevino's from Portland. And he talks about it. There's no comedy clubs down there. There's places that'll do a comedy show.
There really isn't.
There's no comedy clubs. There's not a comedy scene, comedy culture that's that strong or whatever. And no disrespect to people down there in Corpus doing comedy.
No, exactly.
There's some funny people. There's not a big comedy culture like there is in Dallas or Austin or even San Antonio's got a good scene.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist down there. At least I wasn't aware of it. So I never thought it would be possible. I didn't know how to go about it. I was never introduced to it other than watching HBO specials, George Lopez, Why You Crying, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the only exposure to comedy that I had. Comedy Central, stuff like that. So I never took it serious for myself, but I was always cracking jokes. And I got the reputation, not to like try to brag on myself, but I got the reputation of like, hey, Carlos is coming, you know, he's hilarious. People would always say that, man, this guy's funny, one of the funniest. I've been told before I ever did stand up, I've been told, man, that's the funniest guy. I've heard people say it. That's the funniest guy I've ever met in my life. And it felt good to hear that, but like that didn't get you anywhere. That wasn't doing it, you know.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking thing you put on your resume. Like so and so said I was the funniest person they ever met in their life. Yeah, nobody gives a shit about that.
I feel like being like from Texas, you know, naturally everyone's gonna talk shit.
Yeah.
It's just a natural bug that we have. I feel like, and also, big guys are always funnier. I've been told I'm pretty funny too. So I'll second you on that statement.
Well, see, the thing is that I've noticed too, there's people that are way funnier than me. Like I was just talking about a buddy of mine from Tyler I was telling you about. Dude is hilarious. The issue with a bunch of people is it doesn't translate on stage.
Yeah.
They crack all the jokes in the world. You put a mic in their hand, put them on stage, and shut down. Including myself. I've done it. I do it sometimes. Like it happens. But most people that doesn't translate. And I think that's what some people are fans of mine. They like seeing me because it reminds them of their buddy that they know from work, from the job site or whatever, their cousin they grew up with. I remind them of that guy, but I'm on stage.
And it's funny when you say that because I had a buddy, dude. That dude has some pipes in him. Can sing like crazy, bro. So every time we go to karaoke, he'll sing a few songs. Everybody's like, man, can I buy you a beer? You're a great singer. Like, you got a lot going for you. But he's had 2 appearances on a stage and has forgot words each time he's been on there. So I know where you come from when you say, like, you can be naturally funny, but when you're put in a situation where you have to perform in front of people, that's a whole different ballgame, dude.
Man, it's insane. A good friend of mine has been on Kill Tony as well. And after my last Kill Tony episode, we got invited to Mitzi's, the bar there at the mothership. And we're talking about it. We're like, man, what's the difference? You know, like I feel like there's guys that are funnier than me, but like they don't make it or they don't do it or whatever.
Yeah.
And like they try and they do good at open mics or whatever, but when they get put on an actual show, they can kill the open mic. When it comes to an actual show, it just doesn't work out for them. I don't know if it's a lack of stage time or whatever, but for some reason I've been able to be put on the spot on big crowds and do good. I don't like to say kill because I don't feel like I've killed yet, but
you get the crowd laughing though, for sure.
Yeah, I've gotten laughs, and I was in Fort Worth, the Hyenas there, opening for a good friend of mine, Uncle Laser. I mean, that guy has given me probably more shows than anybody else has so far, and he let me open for him both Friday shows and Saturday shows. That's 4 shows. So I was already there at Hyenas. I have my hard work mentality, attitude, so I show up early. A lot of comedians, I hate to say it, they're like lazy people that never had real jobs. A lot of them are. No disrespect. It's just that personality. Because I got it too. But I've always had to work for a living, right? So I had to fight that personality. And that's another story. But so I showed up early to the comedy club because I don't know. I just want to get there early. Hey, what needs to be done? Let's handle it. I want to make sure the show goes great. I'm very fortunate somebody asked me to be on their show.
Exactly.
Because their name's on the ticket. I want to do what I can. How can I add value to the situation? That's always my mentality, attitude. So I'm at the club early, and I don't know if y'all know who Hans Kim is from Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Asian guy.
Mm-hmm.
I run into him, and he's like, hey, or actually no, I wasn't there. I was across the street because I went, did what I had to do, and then literally outside the door across the street, I'm 20 seconds away at a whiskey bar. A good friend of mine from Denver I met is in town, and we were having a whiskey across the street, or I was having a water. My phone goes off. It's Laser. Hey, get to Hyenas. They're asking for you. That was more of an Alex Jones voice than it was a Laser voice. And so I walk into Hyenas. I'm like, what's going on? And it was Hans Kim there, and they're like, oh, there he is. And I'm like, what's up? And Hans Kim's like, hey, what's going on, man? Do you want to open for me? I'm like, shit, yeah, win right now. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, right now you're on. You're up. I'm like, what do you need? He's like, 5 minutes. Just open the show up and then bring up Martin Phillips or Raul Sanchez. I don't remember which, because I did. Yeah. So I went up there on the spot, like 30 seconds after that interaction, I'm on stage.
Oh, damn.
Didn't have time to prepare what jokes I wanted to do.
Yeah, you just got to rip.
Yeah, just went up there with it, and I did my 5 minutes, and I got really good laughter. I filled the room. Wouldn't say I killed, but I filled the room with laughter.
Yeah.
And got off stage, and then hit the Laser show. Open for Laser at 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And then after the 8 o'clock show for Laser, Hans Kim was like, hey, do you want to open for me at my 8:30 or my 9 o'clock? I'm like, fuck yeah. And then opened for Hans Kim again, and then did the Laser show again. And I was able to be put on the spot, no game plan, and fucking hit it. And I got good laughs. I brought up the other comic. Everything went smooth. Anyways, yeah, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people crumble in those situations where, oh, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
You should have told me what the fuck. And they start freaking out. And I'm like, hey, let's do it.
And is there any comedians that you kind of based your comedy around, or that you kind of watch a lot of?
Man, I hate to say it, and I'm not trying to copy anybody.
Yeah.
But I really admire Ron White.
Ron White.
There's a lot of comedians I look up to, but I like his style.
Yeah.
And not that I'm trying to be like him, but I feel like I relate to him the most because I'm very low energy. The way I'm talking to you right now, it's how I tell jokes on stage. Mm-hmm. It's the same. For me, it's
a casual conversation.
I try to tell that to other comedians. I'm like, hey, treat the crowd like it was one person and we're just having a interaction. I'm just talking. And that's how I handle it. And so I look up to that guy because he's on stage and he doesn't drink anymore or whatever, but he's just there, just laid back and chill and in control, I think is what it looks like.
And a lot of people talk about Ralph Barbosa, when he does his comedy, he's same thing, he literally just talks. He doesn't try to be funny, he just says things and it just comes out naturally funny.
Yeah.
He reminds me of my cousin, legit,
and he's so slow speaking too.
He's just chill and of course he's Hispanic, he's Latino like us. Yeah. So we kind of have that same kind of humor. Yeah. So yeah, it's literally just feel like I'm talking to my cousin when I hear him do his sets and all that.
I think that's that's kind of if you're getting laughs with making funny noises or whatever, that's cool. That everybody has their own deal. I'm not knocking anything. There's just the route I want to be, or the route I want to go with my comedy is just very kind of.
And do you do a lot of crowd work or? Have you ever tried it?
Terrified of crowd work.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I know my jokes. I wrote them. I took time writing them. Mm-hmm. I work on them. The same joke, I'll rewrite it or mess with it.
Just
you're always working on it. Nothing's ever done. Mm-hmm. Nothing's ever done. So my favorite jokes. I took a comedy class with Steve Trevino, and he had a guy on there.
I've taken a comedy class before.
Really?
Yeah, that's for my tickets.
Your what?
It was for my speeding tickets.
Oh.
Yeah, they have a thing here, and a lot of the comedy people will come from the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club. Yeah. So it's literally a class, dude. You'll go to this class, and they'll do they'll do all the shit you need to do to get your ticket taken off or whatever. But it's always comedians, and so they go over there, and it's basically a test run for them to tell their jokes. But it's a good time, dude. It sucks sitting in a boring class because you do have to watch the videos and everything. But then in between, they'll try to crack little jokes, and then they'll give you little tickets, hey, come see us at the comedy club. But yeah, dude, I've been to 2 of those things, maybe 3. I don't know. I got a lot of tickets growing up.
Gee.
But dude, it was always a good time, dude. Because they were either take it online or go to the comedy place, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to the comedy place.
So there was at that class, there was a guy named Brian Hart, and he was a writer for Mad TV and a bunch of other shows. and he had a thing called New Choices. He's like, hey, if you have a joke that kills, that does really good every time, change the punchline. Like, change it up.
Oh, shit.
You're gonna make yourself that much better because you're making. You know that thing kills the way it is. Make it better. See what else works. And so I'm always working, writing, trying new things. And I don't remember what you asked me that led to that.
Like,
What did I ask you?
oh shit, I just like too. I thought it was about comedians that you look up to.
Yes.
it was
Yeah.
early,
So yeah, I'm always like when I take a joke up there, I feel comfortable knowing like, hey, I worked at this joke to make it work, to make it funny. But somebody could say something in the crowd, hey, whatever, whatever.
That's what we're talking about, crowd work.
When you invite the crowd to participate, you don't know what you're doing. And if you're young, the way I'm a year and a half in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a baby. I'm an infant.
It's tough to react to that. And
Yeah,
think of something on the spot. Just, okay, how can I make you?
It's like when you're learning how to drive. Like I'm still on the little road, the side roads. I'm not on the highway.
you're on the
Yeah.
far
And
right
like
lane.
doing crowd work, that takes a lot of skill. There's a guy. Trying to remember his name. This guy is a killer. Sam Talent.
Sam.
He's hilarious. I think he's from Washington, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter where he's from. That dude, I've seen his show in person. Shane Gillis opened with him or for him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said something in the crowd. This is crowd work, right? He's doing a show. Somebody said something. And he just went on a 5-10 minute detour on that
Shit.
topic.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And then went back into his jokes. And I know that I know what are his jokes or in that moment. I knew what was a joke versus crowd work because I'd seen him before.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard that joke before. And that wasn't in it.
Yeah.
And that how are you going to ask somebody like, hey, talk about rabbits fucking or whatever they're doing, And so, yeah, if you can do crowd work, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And I respect those guys. And a lot of people are upset about crowd work comedians because they post all these clips on Instagram or whatever, TikTok.
And you do get a lot of clips out of it, I guess.
Yeah, but now people are going to shows expecting that.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, say what? And they're like, oh, fuck, dude, you're stepping on my jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. Sit down. You bought a ticket. Unless I ask you to talk, don't fucking talk.
Mm.
And but I'm not gonna say that they're right to do what they do, or the crowd is right to heckle or whatever,
Yeah.
because they get so excited seeing the clips of the comedians doing crowd work on social media.
Yeah.
But it does invite sometimes some shit, and you're like, you got to get control. And nobody wants to be a dick, right? Nobody wants to be like, hey, shut the fuck up. But
Mm-hmm.
so what do? I didn't hear it. What are you talking about? I didn't hear nothing.
Just
keep going.
Dude, I run right through it. I just
Yeah.
didn't hear shit. I don't acknowledge anything. I think it's happened a couple times where somebody will sneeze or something, and it was like a perfect timing for the joke, or I'll just throw a tag out for that.
Mm-hmm.
I had a joke, terrible joke, never got any laughs. It was about Jewish Mardi Gras.
Oh, shit.
What the hell?
Yeah. I was like, hey, anybody here celebrating Jewish Mardi Gras? And everybody's like, dead, right? Nobody knows it because you're not supposed to know what that is because it's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I just got done doing my taxes, and it was tax time or whatever. And what was the joke? I was like, yeah, I didn't make shit last year. They sent me a W1.5, and somebody had said something. Yeah, that's what it was. Somebody said something about like whatever. Oh, fucker. I don't remember what the heckle was,
Mm-hmm.
and that was my response. Oh, I didn't say shit. They sent me a W1.5. That the Mardi Gras joke, the Jewish Mardi Gras joke,
Went out the window.
flatline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tag, the crowd work tag on that one killed. Kept
Yeah.
it. That's why I remember it because I'm like, oh, I gotta laugh,
I'm gonna write that one down.
And I was like, whoa, let's get back on the road. Hold on, I know that went good. I know that went good, but let's get back on the road. I went back to my normal jokes, but
And as of late, have you still been doing comedy a lot lately, or?
so I just started a new job, and unfortunately, I haven't been doing a lot of comedy lately.
Mm.
Luckily, I went on Kill Tony a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago,
Oh, really? Nice.
and I got offered a couple shows from that. So I got some shows coming up. I'll post them when they're ready to be posted.
Yeah. Okay.
If you ever want to keep up with my comedy, I suggest follow me on Instagram because CarlosLopezComedy.com.
We'll
Pop it up right here.
Yeah, it exists, but it's not very active.
I got
I
you.
do a terrible job at marketing myself.
Yeah.
So
If somebody wanted to get on a platform where they're going to see a lot of you, or at least
Instagram.
the most of you, it'd be Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Okay.
I'm on TikTok, but dude, I got 6 videos, and I don't keep. I check my comedy TikTok once or twice a year, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
More so now because my real estate TikTok is taking off.
Yeah.
So I'll click over to my.
And we'll also plug in your real estate, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm the real estate guy in Texas.
The real estate guy in Texas. You
heard it here.
Yes,
You heard it
sir.
here.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So I was mentioning earlier, I found myself in a internet beef I didn't know about, and apparently this guy's like reaching out to my boss, like, "Hey, tell your guy I'm the real estate guy in Texas." So I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." He said I'm something Texas real estate. I'm like, "That's cool. I'm the real estate guy in Texas." I'm just taking whatever his thing is and I'm putting a "the" in front of it. And I think it's funny
Two
too.
totally different things.
I told my boss, I'm like, you know what's funny is that guy's really upset that I went and I'm like claiming real estate, which I'm not claiming real estate. A lot of people said that way before I ever did it.
Yeah.
Right? I just said it on a platform. A lot of people saw it.
Mm-hmm.
But that guy's so upset about it. And I was like, you know what's funny is I don't know who that guy is. I never heard of him, but he's heard of me. Fuck
Yeah,
it. I'm
exactly.
doing something right.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm in a new line of work now. I'm selling manufactured homes. And I tried car sales for like 3 months and hated it.
That's a dog-eat-dog world, I feel like.
Man, I wanted to get off the road so I can be home for the birth of my son. That's what mattered the most to me in life at that moment.
Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
man.
I could have shoveled shit for a living. I didn't care. I just wanted to pay my bills and be home I want to be home every day for my girlfriend, the tail end of her pregnancy, and then the birth of my son. I don't want to miss it. I want to be on the road. I've heard stories of my buddies like, it's not worth it. I've done it. It's not worth it. Don't miss your child's birth. You can't go back. You can haul horses any other day. You can't go back and experience that day again.
Mm-hmm.
So the car sales deal wasn't for me. It was just to get through those times. But it taught me sales. And I have a really good relationship with sales.
Yeah.
I do not have a really good relationship with the car business. It's grimy, slimy, dirty. It doesn't have to be that way, right? Because that's not how I conducted myself.
Mm-hmm.
I also didn't make any money. So you can't be both.
Makes sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I sold my best friend a truck. The last truck I ever sold was to my best friend. And when he left, the finance manager and the sales manager refused to shake his hand. They didn't want to look at him. They didn't want to meet him. And I was like, see the difference between, what was the difference there? You've been fucked on every other car deal you ever made. You finally got a good deal. They hated you for it.
Exactly, yeah.
And I'm like, that's how you can tell if you got a good deal or not. They're happy. Hey, thanks for coming back. Come see us again. They just made a fucking lick off.
Exactly.
If they're like, get that fucking guy out of here.
I'm
like,
shaking way too many hands at dealerships. Damn.
Yeah.
There goes my money.
But
No, dude. You gotta, before they go, like, you gotta say, hey, give me my keys back before we talk some numbers. So you just get out of there.
dude, it's a different animal. So the day my son was born, he was born on May 2nd. And it was a Friday. It was my day off. My girlfriend thought she was going into labor the day before, the Thursday. False alarm. She went to the doctor, and the doctor told her, "Hey, you're nowhere near going into labor. Probably Monday." So Friday was my day off. She's like, "Hey, this is one of the last days we have together without a baby. Let's go do something." Cool. We went and ate Cracker Barrel for breakfast, and then at Cracker Barrel, I'm like, "Do you still want a new car?" And she's like, "Yeah, but I don't want to do it with the newborn." All right, you want to go today? And we already knew what you wanted, down to the color, the trim level, everything. So I'm like, all right, tell me which car you want. I'm going to look up how much I think it should sell for and how much your trade is worth. And I had the numbers down. I'm like, all right, I know exactly what we need. So we go to the dealership. Not a dealership I worked at. It wasn't a brand I sold, so I didn't feel bad about it. But I knew the whole spiel, so I cut it all off from the beginning.
Yeah.
We walk in, they're like, hey, no. They're like, can I get your phone number? No. Like nothing. No phone
Shut
number.
up. Show me the car.
What do you have for a trade? Don't worry about our trade. Like, I want to talk numbers for this fucking car first.
Yeah.
Do you need a test drive? Don't need a test drive. And we knew what she wanted. And we went to 3 dealerships because they weren't having it. And I don't blame. I was very straight up.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I want this car for this price, and if you can't do that, I'm leaving. Sales manager. I mean, immediately, salesman's like, I don't know, like, I'm out. Sales manager fucking comes in and was like, where'd you get that number? Don't worry about it. Can you do it or not? No, I can't. I know you can because the last place was willing to do it. We didn't take the last place's deal because it was fucking black, and my girlfriend wanted a white one, and I'm like, hey, it's a black car. Does it fucking matter? She said, no, I want a white one. Fuck, all right. But I know they can do that number, right?
Yeah.
So second place fucking was in there, in and out in 5 minutes. Third place, I'm like, I tell the guy straight up, I'm like, hey, here's the deal. Been to 3 dealerships. First one didn't have the right color. Second one didn't have the right price. You have the right car, right color. I just need the right price. Here's my price. Matter of fact, this is what I want for my trade. Out the door. This is my out the door number. Taxes, trade, everything. If you can make that happen, we got a deal. I told him I think it was like 38,000 with the trade and everything. Immediately, sales manager comes out. Right, salesman's like,
this is above my pay grade.
not really, but it's like, hey, I need to. I'm pretty aggressive.
Serious.
Yeah, I'm pretty serious. Kind of aggressive about it.
You gotta be firm. I mean, you really want to make those deals, and to not get screwed over.
Hey, and I don't feel bad because I at the time I was selling cars too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel bad because I'm not wasting your time. I was here for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I wasted 5 minutes. If we don't make a deal, I wasted 5 minutes of your time.
Exactly. On to the next.
But I was very honest, and I said, this is number, 38,000, taxes, everything, out the door. That's what I want to take the finance.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, I can't do that. I can't come anywhere near that. And I'm like, I know you can. I promise I know you can. It's about if you want to make a fucking lick or not. This number doesn't allow you to make a lick. You're making some money. I was kind of passive there. I'm like, you're going to make some money.
Yeah.
We're good. I know what the trade's worth. This is like $2,000 above that. You're making, whatever. He's like, let me see what I can do. I'm like, I know what you can do. Let's skip the BS.
Yeah.
So he comes back out. I shit you not. He's like, I can do this. I can't do your number. I can do this. $38,040. I'm like, oh, you need $40 for a fucking win?
I've seen that before.
Yeah. I'm like, you want to be petty? Yeah. Here, you want the 40 in cash?
$40.
Piece of shit. And so I'm like, cool, we got a deal. But it was a way different experience buying a car, knowing how it works, and I've been able to help my buddies kind of navigate that experience too.
You're a double agent, dude.
Dude, yeah.
You're
What's funny? I never told them once, like, hey, I do this for a living, because like, what does it matter? I got the deal I wanted.
Exactly.
They sold a car. They hit a minimum. There's a minimum commission. Don't ever think like, oh man, poor them. They're not gonna make any money. They're making money.
No,
even if it's the smallest amount, they're making them a minimum commission. They're making money.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, and they're fucking you. It's all back end, dude. Don't buy any warranties. You don't need that bullshit. No back end shit. If they hit you with if you're not buying any warranty, they're gonna fuck you on the gap. You can get a gap through your own insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you can be like, all right, I'll just buy my own gap for my insurance. You could buy a gap a month later through your own insurance. Like, as long as it's within, I think, a year. Don't quote me on the numbers, right? But within a year, 6 months, or a certain mileage, you can purchase gap through somebody else. You can buy your own gap. And your car insurance, they'll sell you gap that's not charged up or marked up or whatever. Fuck, it's all back end. Stay away from the back end deals. You'll get a good deal. But,
okay, man. So as far as like your performing around San Antonio, where are a couple of places that you've been to?
LOL, Tandem.
Is LOL by North Star?
I think that's the one that's up top, no?
With the big boot?
Yeah.
Okay.
LOL is probably like the premier club for San Antonio, but there's a bunch of good spots too.
I
go to that place, Tandem. I was telling you about my buddy Hank Garza.
Yeah.
He has that bear. It's a show called Poke the Bear.
And when did they do that?
What's up?
When did they do that?
You got to follow Hank Tandem or Hank or both. Mm-hmm. And so the show called Poke the Bear. It's hilarious. So I've done it. You go on stage, you do 5-10 minutes, whatever your set is, right? You do your set.
Is that white dude that you've done it with? I saw a video and you were going back and forth with some.
That was there. No, that was Dusty Carter. He worked,
okay.
That's a buddy of mine. Shout out Dusty Carter. But the Poke the Bear show, you go up there, you do your set, and the whole time you're doing stand up, the crowd's writing roast jokes. They're roasting you.
Yeah.
They're writing jokes.
That
about
sounds like fun.
It's a great time. It's a great time.
Heck yeah.
So at the end to make it worse, at the end of my set, they collect all the fucking notes, and I gotta read them about myself.
Oh damn!
Yeah, and like the shit they talk about me, I'm like, oh, are you fucking kidding me?
It's like, damn, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, I get so many good jokes. Like somebody called me a round bingham the other day.
Oh,
a round bingham.
A round bingham.
Yeah, you're in your full setup, you had your hat and everything.
Yeah, a round bingham. Shut up, round bingham. I'm like,
pretty good.
Awesome.
I got called Hat Galifianakis.
My girlfriend calls me Zach Galifianakis from The Hangover.
Yeah.
Big old shades on.
Dude, so it's funny. Like I feel like my job now is selling manufactured homes. It kind of ties into comedy, right? They back each other up, and it's a skill you're honing in while you're at work and also on stage. Mm-hmm. And so I have a certain rhythm and flow I'm going through, like when I'm showing houses. And the other day, this person comes in and they bring a friend of theirs, and the friend of theirs has like a very like loose, playful personality, and she's like pointing out things that I'm saying. She's like, "You should say that when you're showing the houses." I'm like, "Just did."
Like, what are we doing right now?
Dude, 100%. I hit her with the. Yeah, I just did. Like, that's what happened right now when I told you.
You're just Miyagi'd her.
Yeah, like I'm showing the house right now to you. It's just pretty funny, man. Like the jokes I'm getting out of it are funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a good time. I enjoy what I do for
it's just being able to talk with anybody. You got to be super personal.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, it makes sense to be like it helps out with your comedy and also house stuff.
Yeah, man.
Have you ever gotten into it with any hecklers?
No, I think I said I ignore it. I'm like, oh, man, did you hear something?
What about the hot dog tamale lady?
Oh, dude. So I'll tell you that story. It has nothing to do with comedy. This was from it's probably almost 10 years ago. I was working in the oil field. I used to work for a little company called Fesco. And we were on a job in like Dilley, Texas area. Mm-hmm. Middle of nowhere. And when you're in the middle of nowhere, like food's a hot commodity. Literally, right? And so before your shift, your shift, I was working nights that time. I see this lady selling tamales at like the gas station. At home where I grew up, dude, those are solid. It's a solid move. Like selling tamales from somebody that's not a store, no health permit, we're just raw dogging it, right? Always been a reliable, solid move. I don't think twice. How much? She's like, I don't know, like $10 for a dozen. Kind of, but we're in the middle of nowhere. I'll take what I can get. It's a hot tamale. Like we'll take it for a dozen. Cool. Go to the oil field, go to location, do my shit, and then when it's time to eat, I go to warm them up. I used to put food in my truck, and it would warm up under the engine. Yeah. So I warm up my tamales, get them out, and when I open them up, unwrap it, take a bite. There was a fucking weenie.
Oh shit, dude.
There was a hot dog in a fucking tamale, and I was like, I've never punched an old lady in my life. If I see that woman again, I'm gonna make her fucking shoulders touch.
Oh shit,
dude! I've never. Oh my god! It's almost 10 years ago, and it still bothers me. Like,
and I understand the anger because there's that excitement you feel when you're just like, damn, I'm about to fucking dig into
all the meat that's in there, the chile. You know, you're so excited for it, and then you just get a little snap.
Has it ever happened where you pour a bowl of cereal and then you pour the milk and then you find out it's expired?
Oh, dude, that's a word.
Imagine if somebody brought that on you on purpose. You know, that's what the anger. That's the anger I felt. I'm like, oh, you fucking did this to me, you piece of shit.
Was she Mexican? Like she was
Mexican? No, it was a setup, bro. Fuck. Yeah,
she's like, but she was looking at you like, oh, look at this white boy. I can finesse him.
It could have been the Dahlia from Dahlia's Tamales, as far as I knew. I thought I was getting a fucking. Oh man, dude! I still have. If I ever see her. I don't remember what she looked like, but
have you ever talked about this before?
No,
I've heard this before.
No, but I saw on the way here. I saw somebody selling tamales, and I'm like, oh, dude, I have like PTSD. Dude, I have a PTSD from that now, because like, what the fuck? There's been a couple opportunities I've had to kick a door down where I knew nothing bad was gonna happen, like no consequences, right? Like abandoned houses or whatever. I've kicked down a couple doors, and it feels really good. Like if you can get the fucking boom and. 100%. That's the move I'm hitting her. That's what I'm hitting her with. If the tamale lady ever shows up again, it's hard to tell. They all look alike, right? They're all fucking old and shriveled, like a Mexican human raisin. Damn. The fucking tamale. So for those of you that are tuning in, the tamale lady showed up in spirit, killed the fucking camera, video feed cut out. She did brujeria on our fucking podcast. Get the eggs, bitch, dude. If I ever see her, I'd run her over. Like, pisses me off. We'll move on.
Tamale lady. Better be on the lookout. Better watch out.
Dude, I hope you never win a loteria again. I know she plays it. Yeah. Dude, I was at HB today, and this chick... So you can... Now I have a kid, I have to do dad shit, and that entails swapping out diapers for a bigger size. Because they let you... Stores will let you do that. Like, you can't return them... Or you can return them and just swap them out for a different size.
Okay, nice.
So I went to go do that today, and there was a lady in customer service at HEB. She was at the scratch-off machine. They have like a lottery machine. She was in one of those fucking electric wheelchairs, just hogging the fucking exit for the customer service, scratching them on me, just getting after it. We went, picked out new diapers, got my groceries for the week I do my meal prep for work. Got the groceries for the week, came back to customer service, probably not even 30 minutes later. Still there. I'm like, dude, this fucking bitch is heavy in the game. She's in too deep. Into it. And I always ask people, like, I want to ask them, like, do you ever win? Like, I used to live in New Orleans. I lived in New Orleans twice in my life. One of my favorite cities. It's my home away from home, man. The nicest people, the best food. But I used to spend a lot of time at the racetrack there and have a casino.
Delta Downs?
No, that's in Vinton. That's Vinton, Louisiana. This is the Fairgrounds racetrack in New Orleans.
Okay.
And anyways, I would see people. You could tell when it was like payday or whatever, because they just show up and like, man, these people, they look like they're already not killing it in life, and then they're just blowing their whole check on the slots, and it's kind of sad. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see that
just
sometimes.
chain smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, like I got friends of mine, like if they ever coming into a little bit of money, first thing they do go to Eagle Pass. I'm like, oh, bro, and like I'm from South Texas. I grew up. Those are the people I grew up around, you know.
Yeah.
And like you don't make good financial decisions down there. A lot of people don't. It's normal. And I laugh at my girlfriend's very Mexican. She grew up in Wyoming, but her parents are from Chihuahua. Mm-hmm. And so like we grew up around different Mexican cultures, but Mexican.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny, like a lot of the similarities. If you ever show up, I don't know if y'all have ever experienced this, but if you ever show up with something nice, right? Like you have a new Yeti or a new iPhone, first thing you hear, you got money or what?
Oh, damn, Mr. Big Shot.
Damn, dog.
Hey, Mr. Deep Pocket.
Yeah. Always fucking heckling, you know, when you get something nice.
My work buddies tell me that when I go drink for the weekend. Like, damn, must be nice, dude.
Dude, so one of my favorite bars in the world, Country Luau, Kingsville, Texas. There used to be this dude I went to school with when I was young. He would show up to the bar, and he's straight up crackhead. The dude was a crackhead. He tried to pretend he was me on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
But he's black.
Yeah.
And so it's a black dude's profile saying, "Hey, what's up? It's Carlos Lopez. Can I borrow $20?"
Yeah.
So I don't feel bad talking shit about this dude. He's a fucking crackhead piece of shit. And he would go to the bar and watch people drink, and he'd be like, "It's a nice beer. It must be nice." Like try to bully you into like buying him a beer.
Trying to guilt trip you.
Yeah, trying to guilt you. He would be like, "Hey, can I borrow?" Dude, he hit so many people with this line. "Can I borrow money to feed my kids?"
Oh,
and
God.
everybody's like, "Oh, they're drunk." Or it's like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
And then so you give this dude money, and then you see him drinking at the bar. Like, he wouldn't leave. I'm like,
Yeah.
this piece of shit. And then if you didn't give him money, he'd follow up a week later. You'd see him again, and he'd be like, "My fucking kid died because of you, piece of shit." Like,
Oh,
dude, he was deep in the game, in the crackhead game, and he finally got busted because he hit up a buddy of mine, a friend of mine that I met on Facebook Marketplace. I bought a headache rack or something from him back in the day. So, like, I knew him, but we weren't, like, tight. And he messaged me. He texted me, "Hey, bro, do you have another Facebook?" I'm like, no, he messaged me on Facebook.
Yeah.
"Hey, bro, do you have another Facebook?" I'm like, "No." He sends me a screenshot, and it's that black dude saying, "Hey, what's up? It's Carlos Lopez. Can I borrow $40 or $100 or something?"
Damn.
Just assuming that my name was good enough to borrow money from other people.
That's insane.
So I took those screenshots and I put it on blast because I'm like, dude, fuck this guy. Hey, it's one thing to be trying to scam people. When you're using my name trying to ruin my reputation, fuck you. And so I put him on blast. People are like commenting, "That's fucked up. You shouldn't be doing that." And I'm like, no, I don't think you get it. He's trying to tell people it's me. So now people think I'm asking for money, and I want it to be known that it's not me. But also, fuck that guy. Like those people need to be exposed. And I don't know what put me on that fucking rant. Fuck that guy.
The fucking hot dog tamale lady.
Dude, we're just gonna call it all the shitbags I've ever come across. This is my fucking way to vent. I just came here to vent. We're all crying.
Yeah.
So I need a hug, dude.
So we had a segment last week that we didn't get to, but you're big on country music. You were telling us a couple of guys that you hang out with or you're close to and stuff like that. So last week we were going to talk about our dream concert lineup, dude.
Ooh.
So if you had to name, I guess, an opener, a mid artist, and a headliner.
The 3 artists, and then venue, and then time of year.
Oh, fuck. So this one, like,
and they could be alive.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. The answer I'm going to give you is not going to be. This answer might change depending on my mood, depending on the day. So let's opener, mid, and closer.
Yes.
Oh man, and living, dead. What are we talking?
We'll do living. We'll do
we'll do living. You see,
Oh, okay, that changes a lot of things.
We'll do living. Even though we just said of all time.
So I'm gonna.
I guess
I think I want my opener.
I feel like living makes it a little more challenging.
Yeah.
I think my opener to the show would probably be my buddies from Nether Hour. Just because I like their vibes, man. Like I've had some really good times just at their shows. The energy coming out of their music. So I'm gonna have them open it up because I'm gonna get to hang out with them and watch the other 2 guys.
Yeah. What were they called?
Nether Hour out of Austin.
Heck yeah.
They're on their way up.
Shout
If
out
you've
to them.
if you've never heard of them, they're on their way up, man. They're about to go big soon. They were like a local Austin band.
Yeah.
And they're starting a tour and get out
damn.
there.
And what kind of music is that?
I don't even know what to call it, to be honest with you, because it's not country.
Yeah.
It's not rock. It's like a little bit of soul.
Like kind of
It's like a soul fucking funk.
That's what I feel like when I hear Jacob Staley. I have his list up there, but Jacob Staley, I feel like he gives that kind of vibe.
Yeah. So I'd have them start it off because that's just a way to start everything off. That's great.
Get the vibes going.
Oh man, I don't know if I want to go sad from there. If I want to go fucking electric, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many routes you can take that show.
Yeah.
I think the next one is going to be a Marshall Tucker Band because they're still around. I saw them at Green Hall a couple months ago.
Oh, no kidding. That's pretty sick.
Their music has done something to me. Like I don't know how to explain it. One of my favorite activities in the world, which I don't do it very often because it's kind of dangerous for me. Not dangerous. That's the wrong word. I love taking.
I was gonna say.
I love taking a bunch of mushrooms and listening to Marshall Tucker Band.
Oh god.
Oh, dude, the vibes of it.
Talk about a trip.
Yeah, yeah, right. I remember one time I was on the phone with my girlfriend, and I was living, I don't know, Corpus Christi or somewhere, and I was probably five grams, I think it was, like a deep. That's like a what they call a hero's dose, I believe.
Jeez.
I mean, I just wanted to, hey, let's see God. You know, like I want to see what happens. And I was watching what I thought was the most beautiful movie thing, and then I took a picture of it and I sent it to my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, you got to see how wonderful this is. I saw the picture the next day. I'm like, dude, it's a TV with.
I was gonna say
with like an album cover, and like that was it.
If you just turned it on, it's just the background.
I'll show you the picture. You'll understand how in that moment it could have been the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. But it was like a TV on a TV stand. Like it was.
You didn't see God, but you saw something.
And then who's gonna close that out? Man, that's a tough one. If you would have said Dead, there's another route, to take.
Exactly.
Man, who'd close that out for me, like for a dream concert? I don't know if I want to go Shane Smith, Flatland Cavalry.
See, they're on my list. Flatland's on my list.
Oh, fuck. That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Flatland, man. I feel like they've gotten me through some hard times.
Oh, for sure.
I remember when I think it was Humble Folks came out in like 2016, 2017. I remember going down the road just jamming, and I'm like, these people got it. Whatever it is, whoever they are. I'd never seen them live at that point in my life. I'm like, these people got it. And then Cleto Cordero was like one of the best songwriters of our generation.
Oh, dude, he's crazy.
One of the best songwriters I've ever heard, but for sure of our generation, that's the guy.
And he's just one of those guys where you go to a concert and you can tell when people are trying to perform, like just to get the crowd going. You can tell when somebody's standing up there just singing from the heart, dude. And when you watch that guy sing, it's just like, damn, like he's into it.
So the venue and time of year?
Venue and time of year.
I'm going to, not to shift it towards Zach Bryan, but I'm going to go Red Rocks when it starts snowing.
That was on our list too when we talked about it.
Have you been there?
No, that's a dream venue I want to go to.
Dude, I've seen, just to get crazy, I saw Bert Kreischer, I saw Shane Gillis, Mark Norman open up for Bert Kreischer. Just front row. Yeah, if you go to that post, Bert Kreischer's Instagram post of that show, I'm in the front row. I'm right there with the rest of them.
No shit.
It's fucking crazy.
That's sick.
And I've met Shane Gillis a couple times, and I've told him before, like, dude, I saw you murder. It was when he was doing that Navy SEAL joke about, oh, they're kind of pussies if you think about it. Dude, killer. I saw that there. I saw because he was open. He was only doing like 30 minutes, 30 minutes. And I told all my friends, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to tell you the joke. He is murdering right now. That joke is hilarious. One of the funniest things I've heard in my life. And at that venue at Red Rocks, saw Shane Smith and the Saints there. I saw Midnight River Choir, Charles Wesley Godwin. And
man, he played at Florida on like Thursday, I think. And
who's that?
Charles Wesley Godwin.
Oh yeah,
I should have gone.
And I've seen a couple shows there, and it's just a magical. Everything about it is just beautiful. The lights, the atmosphere, the energy. So when that snow's coming in, that'd be the dream environment for that show.
That's sick.
Just based upon experience.
Yeah,
and I think that was gonna be mine too as well.
Well, yeah, we both said Red Rocks. Then we said both fall time, around fall.
I was going more towards winter.
You're winter. I was saying kind of like fall because like Colorado can get cold.
Just a heads up about Red Rocks. I highly recommend you go see any show you can. Just look at their I want to call it a menu, their calendar. Pick a show and go. That being said, one of the best part about Red Rocks, no fat chicks because you have to hike to get there. Everybody's hot. Dude, my first time ever going, I made the mistake of wearing boots. Don't wear boots for Red Rocks. Fucking wear some shoes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not joking. You're gonna be going on a hike to get there. I was going up the stairs, and there's the elevation deal, the less oxygen or whatever in the air. Whatever. I'm not a scientist. I'm walking up the steps, and I'm a fat dude. I'm a big dude. I'm a fat guy. I need a lot of oxygen to operate. And if I'm huffing it, I could just imagine. Well, this dude that was built pretty good, but I guess he was from the coast or whatever, passed out. I caught him.
Oh, shit.
And I handed him back to his girlfriend, like, hey, you dropped this. And she was laughing, like, yeah, whatever.
Hey,
yeah. Dude, he passed out, and he felt like he fell into me, and I was like, oh, this magic moment. I caught him, and I was like, hey, here you go. You dropped this. And she, like, laughed or whatever.
If you're a receiver for the Texans, you would have dropped it.
Yeah, it's fucking... So I got you for the time of year, venue. Was there anything else?
That's it. So, Carlos Lopez, what an amazing podcast we had.
Okay.
So hyped we finally got on. We've been talking about this for the past couple weeks, so we've been talking. But anything to close out, man? Shout out your Instagrams, whatever. You got shows coming up.
Yeah, follow me, Carlos Lopez Comedy. Pretty much anywhere you want to look, that's gonna be my profile name.
Okay.
If you want to keep up with any future shows or updates, that's the best way to find me. Man, I had something right when you were messing with the camera, dude. I had something for you, forgot it, so I'll get it to you next time.
Damn.
But no, that's me. I appreciate you having me on.
You're gonna, of course.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. Anytime I can get out there, and I'm happy to do so. I've pretty much said yes to almost any podcast I was physically able to do.
To be there.
I like to just
and you
talk.
said you had a podcast yourself, right?
Yeah, how'd he get here?
Oh, heck yeah.
How'd he get here?
Okay.
And we'll also pop that up here, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, I post like twice a year. No big deal.
Hey, be ready.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Eventually.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on. It's been a good time, good hang. I feel like everything flowed pretty good. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you all so much for watching and listening to us here at Borracho Talk, episode number 5, with special guest, the closer, Carlos Lopez.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Later.